Hi everyone, I'm Jacy from Craft Life and I'm here today to teach you how to make a rainbow loom key cover on your rainbow loom. If you would like to make it on your monster tail, I have a video for it and I'll put a link in the description box below if you would like to check it out. I've had some requests on how to make this and I would like to give a special thank you to Cindy. So thank you, Cindy. And today I'm going to show you how to make it for a house key. And please comment down below if you would like me to show you how to make it for a car key. The supplies you'll need to make this are a rainbow loom hook or a crochet hook, and rubber bands. Today I'm using pink and yellow. So please get your supplies and we'll begin. To begin, you're going to take your rainbow loom and you're going to turn it so that all the arrows are pointing to the right. And on this one, you can leave it in the staggered formation. You do not need to change it. So now you're going to take your first color, and we're going to start off by making X's. So instead of using this open section here at the top, we are going to use the one down here. And we're going to use these 8 pegs right here. So what you're going to do is take your first rubber band, twist it on your finger, and then you're going to place it from here to here in an X. So start on this peg and twist it in an X onto this peg. And now push this down. Now you're going to take your next rubber band, twist it on your finger, and we're going to go from here to here in an X. Like that, and push this down too. So now, since we need to leave it open for this part of the key, we're going to skip from here to here, and we're going to start on this peg again and make an X and make an X. So we're going to twist it on our finger from here to here, push it down. Then take another one, twist it on your finger, and from here to here. Now push this down, and this does not count as a row if you were wondering. This row is not a row. So now we are going to make X's all the way around in a counterclockwise rotation. And yes, we are going to be going just like this. So we're going to make an X. You do not need to twist your rubber bands now. And do not push these down. You're just going to lay X's all the way in a counterclockwise rotation on your 8 pegs. Now we're going to bring our bottom loops over the top. Each peg is going to have one rubber band that is twisted, and you're just going to bring it over the top. Now we're going to do the other side. And make sure that does not happen to you. If it does, just put it right back on and try again. And if you don't want that to happen, you can always turn your hook upside down and bring them over like that. So now push it down. And now we are going to be laying our very first row, because that X row also does not count as a row. And before I do this, I want to explain that if you are using a smaller key, you're going to do 4 rows. If you are using a larger key, you are going to do 5 rows. So now I'm going to do my smaller key. So I'm going to use yellow again, and I'm just going to go in a clockwise rotation, counterclockwise rotation, like this. Again on my 8 pegs. And I'm not pushing them down. And this is my first row. And since I'm using a smaller key, I need to do 3 more after this. Now I'm going to bring my bottom loops over the top, and each peg has 2 rubber bands to bring over. So I'm just going to take them over the top on all my 8 pegs. Now go to this side. Now push them down. Now I am laying my second row, and so are you. But make sure they're pushed down first. And now I'm going to change color. I'm going to use my pink now. I'm going to go in a counterclockwise rotation. And remember, you can do any pattern you like with your colors. You can do anything you want. You can get all crafty and have fun with it. And now we're going to bring our bottom 2 loops over the top on all our 8 pegs. Now do this side. And now we're going to push it down. Now I'm going to lay another row of pink. Now I'm going to bring my bottom 2 rubber bands over the top on my 8 pegs. Now do this side. Now push these down. And we have just finished our 3rd row. So now, if you are doing a small key, if you are making it for your small key, you will only need to do 1 more row. And if you are doing it for your big key, you will need to do 2 more. And now I'm going to lay a yellow row again because I want to finish mine off with the color I started with. Now we're going to bring our bottom 2 loops over the top on all our pegs. Now do this side. Push them down. And now if you're making it for a small key, you are done with your rows and you are ready to hook it off. But if you are doing it for a larger key like this one, you will need to do 1 more row. And I'll be right back. Now we are ready to hook it off. So we're going to start on this peg. And remember, on your last row at least, you want to have done a counterclockwise rotation with your rubber bands because we are hooking in this direction, in a clockwise rotation. So we are going to start on this peg, and before we do that, we want to fix this one because if I bring this loop over the top, it is going to just break all apart and we don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is take the bottom one and switch it to the top and take the top one and switch it to the bottom. So I'm going to hold this rubber band. I'm going to pull this one up, transfer the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. Now I'm going to grab my bottom rubber band on this peg and I'm just going to bring it to the peg next to it. And now I'm going to grab my bottom rubber band on this peg and bring it to the peg in front of it. And I know that this was my bottom loop and that was my bottom loop because it hooked the loops behind it. And if I took this one over the top, it would have fallen apart. So you just want to check to make sure that you take the right one. And if you don't, it could fall apart. So take your bottom one, pull it like this to make sure that it took all the loops behind it, and it did. So then you're going to do your next one. And yes, it did. It took the loops behind it. And you're just going to keep going. Now we are going to hook backwards. And to do this, we are just going to pull our rubber bands this time backward. And we have one left, and we're just going to bring that up and onto the peg behind it. So now we're going to pull, and then on our bottom loop, we're going to bring it to the one behind it, and do it one more time. Pull, bring your bottom loop to the peg behind it. Now we're going to stick our hook in that bottom peg, and you're going to grab a rubber band of the same color of your top row, and we're going to turn our hook upside down so that the groove is facing the bottom, and then you're just going to pull this up through and then stick it back on and pull one loop through the other. And my loops are happy to get off, so I'm just going to let them come off now. So now help them all off your loom. And at this point you may think, oh no, it broke. And it probably didn't. It's just you need to stretch out your loops. So once you take it off, all you have to do is stretch that top row out. And all of those loose loops should go inside. And if it falls apart, it means you didn't hook correctly. Now with this loop, we want to leave it on, and we do not want to tie it off and cut it because it will fall apart. So we're going to stick our hook in right under where that loop is, and then we're going to pull it inside of our project and just tuck it in there. Now you're going to take your key, and this is how you are going to put it on. You're going to stick it through the bottom where you put that hole, and then just push it down like that, and then it's on. And if you want to add a key ring like this one, you can either use the rubber bands. You can put the rubber bands on the key ring, or you can just do it from the key. But you can do it either way. You can push this up even higher by pushing the bottom up like that. And you can shape it onto your key and make it fit right. And then you're done. This is what it looks like when it's done. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you make some, I'd love to see them. My Instagram is CraftLifeUSA, so please tag me in a photo. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you're living a craft life just like me. Thanks for watching. Bye!